Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
And it's Friday.
I created a monster, cause nobody wants to see Marshall no more. They want shady, I'm chopped liver. Well, if you want shady, this is what I'll give you. A little bit of weed mixed with some hard liquor, some vodka that'll jumpstart my heart quicker than a shock when I get shocked at the hospital by the doctor when I'm not cooperating, when I'm rocking the table while he's operating. Hey! You waited this long to stop debating, cause I'm back, I'm on the brag and ovulating. I know that you got a job, Miss Cheney, but your husband's heart problem's complicating. So the FCC won't let me be, or let me be me, so let me see. They try to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me.
Okay, let's go. Mark in Plainfield already checked in. He goes like, you got to do the M&M. I go, listen, Mark, come on. We do this. We do it every Friday. We do the M&M there. So thanks for checking in from Plainfield this morning and being with us. We got you on.
We get yelled at when we forget the remixes, though.
I have forgotten a few times. Monday we do the Limp Bizkit one, and then today we do the M&M.
I know. And sometimes it's easy to forget because we don't remember what day it is.
Hey, listen.
Like, it's Friday?
Yeah. I'm not Jesus. You know, I forget things
Oh,
now
my
and then.
God. You aren't?
Was Jesus known for his memory?
Oh, he had a great memory.
Is that right?
Like
Yeah.
an elephant.
Yeah. You think you're going to remember all those apostles?
Yeah, there's 12 of them.
God.
Commandments? Forget about it.
I can't name 12 people's names in the building here, and I've been here like 6 years almost at
That's
this
right.
point.
He's got disciple. He got so much stuff going on.
Yeah, a lot of strangers coming up all the time.
Oh, my gosh.
The patience.
Everybody needs something. Hands out all over the place.
Patience and, an elephant-like memory. That's what Jesus is known
Can you
for.
imagine being a baby and people are showing up with their problems? It's like, can I crawl first? Like, can you back up? Good
Can you
Lord.
back up?
Give me some breathing room.
All right, so coming up here in about an hour at 7:10, we'll have the Renaissance Fair 4-packs. We're going to be there tomorrow at the Renaissance Fair, noon to 2. The Three Sheets Pub we're going to start at. Make sure you get there around 11:30 to noon. We'll be hanging out, and then we're going to go through the whole festival. So those 4-packs tickets coming up here. Case's movie review of Footloose.
Woo!
I want to be so pleasantly surprised, and he says he loves it. But I can't thank Case, of course, never seeing Footloose, the original, and where he's at in his life. I just can't see him liking it. And it might be the most vitriol-filled review of all time from Case of the last 4 or 5 months of movie reviews. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
We'll find out at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
I think he's going to love it.
Yeah?
I think he's going to pick up dancing.
Yeah.
He's going to take a class. We're going to see him in the hallway.
Yeah.
Just scooting and booting.
Yeah. Hey, Case, you want to give a shout-out to your Uber driver today?
Yo, shout out to Edward. I had a great Uber driver on the way in. Clean car, Q101 on the radio, good vibes, very nice. That's what I like to see. Nothing makes me happier, and it happens quite often. But getting in an Uber, Q101's on the radio, shout out Edward. That man was nice.
Shout out. Now, you told me the radio was off, though, and you had to say, turn on the radio. And I want to say that because people should know that, you're paying for that ride. Mm-hmm. You can do whatever you want.
He actually asked me a question which I never get, which is, what radio station do you want on?
Ooh.
And I said, well, come on, my man. I mean, I work for Q101. Can we put on some Q101? And he said, my pleasure. And we were off to the races. We turned it on. Lifehouse, Hanging by a Moment was playing.
About 4:30 in the morning,
We
yeah?
had a moment there.
Okay.
That was nice.
Yeah.
I always, when I go places, just request our radio station so then hopefully it stays on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've done it like at the nail salon before. I'm like, what were you saying? Oh, this one's bad. Could you put it?
They're bad
A
people.
lot of people don't like this one. I've heard people say that.
Kenzie, that's funny because I'm in a battle with my convenience store because they have our sister station on all the time, the classic hits one.
No.
And I'm like, yeah, no, they're nice people, but you should put us on. We're better. And they're like,
They're like an
but
ugly sister.
Yeah. But we're like, we love them. I'm like, no, they're nice, but you should listen to us instead. I'm in here buying a Mountain Dew every other day.
Yeah.
You should return the favor somehow.
Well, maybe you've rubbed them the wrong way. I never say I work there just in case what if she messes up my nail and I got to say something? I was like, this station sounds good. People have said that.
Many people are saying this.
Hey,
Everyone's talking about it.
I'll give a shout out to Pequod's, best deep dish in the city. They play Q101 in the building
That's
over
right.
there on Clybourne. They play it. It's awesome. And what's funny is, so I don't know. I haven't been to a Best Buy in a while. Okay.
I honestly can say I have no idea what you're about to say.
So when
I don't know what's going on here.
I used to go into, now these are places that are all closed now, like Circuit City, Service Merchandise, and Best Buy, when they had home receivers up and they'd be playing music, like you could go buy a stereo, you know what I mean? But people I don't even know if people have stereos like anymore. Like I don't even have one.
I'm in the market for a new receiver, and it's become a real pain. So
Yeah.
it's not as common as it once
Well,
was.
we've bought, you buy speakers because we have like surround sound.
Correct, but you don't
That
need
kind of
like, let's
stuff.
say a Techniques receiver to power it anymore. You kind of have different.
I don't know what you just said. so
So
I don't
Kenzie-
know if I need that.
Okay, so back in the day, Kenzie,
Oh boy.
Kids, you start taking notes.
13-year-old boys like me, and I guess Case too, which even though we're way big age difference, but you go to the store to buy a cool receiver, and the receiver plays the AM and FM and maybe have a cassette deck in there or whatever. But you use that to power all those speakers. The speakers need some source of power, and then you could crank music, loud. But today, a lot of the speakers work, like I have Sonos now, and that works without a receiver, obviously. You just plug it into your
Obviously,
TV.
that's what I've always said.
Yeah, Sonos stuff is awesome, by the way. No endorsement money on there. I'm not getting paid to say that, but it's great. But I used to go in those stores and then turn all the radios to Q101. Like, so they'd have all the, the music's playing in different ways. I just go in there. Let's say it was, I loved Circuit City. I used to love that store. Go
All
in
I
there.
can imagine is 40-year-old virgin.
That's what it is. That's exactly right.
And you're in there just turning on all the.
Yeah.
What are they playing on the TV?
Michael McDonald. when he's wasted in there, Paul Rudd.
Oh my gosh! When he's like, what does he say? Like
He says, if we don't turn this off, I'm going to mom back. He says something in there. Oh, my
Mama
God.
back, kill myself or something. It's horrible. It's the best. I can't. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. I may have to get that now, but I'm
Oh
not.
my gosh. It is my absolute favorite moment. I just watched 40-Year-Old Virgin like 2 weeks ago and I was crying. Paul was just so funny.
Now, I'm afraid, again, I'm going to play it, but there might be a swear word in here. I don't know.
Okay, so if you hear, we made to hit the dumb button.
But we got to
just
play.
raw dog it.
We
Just
got
raw
to play.
dog
I'm
it.
going to raw dog. We got to play it right now. So here's the scene in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
I gotta tell you something. I'm really excited about it. For the first time today, I woke up, I came to the store, and I feel confident to say to you that if you don't take this Michael McDonald DVD that you've been playing for 2 years straight off, I'm going to kill everyone in the store and put a bullet in my brain.
David, what do you suggest we play?
I don't care. Anything. I would rather watch Beautician and the Beast. I would rather listen to Fran Drescher for 8 hours than have to listen to Michael McDonald. Nothing against him, but if I hear Yamo be there one more time, I'm going to Yamo burn this place to the ground.
So we got Michael McDonald coming up next.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. And depending on what you do or in your own brain know, you might be able to guess this one all the way through 100%. Because what I'm going to give you when we come back here at 6:30 is the top 5 video games in Illinois. So
Oh, boy, could I knock this list out without ever looking at it because of my son.
I want you maybe to hold on to that because
I'm not going to.
You give me a
'cause
tease.
I will crush this list.
Okay, I'll ask you when we come back and before I give you the answer, the top 5. And I don't know if Case would give me a whole bunch of sports games because he still plays Madden on Fridays. That's his joy after the show. He goes plays Madden all day long.
I'm a very busy guy. I have one time a week to play video games.
Liar.
I look forward to it every week.
Yeah.
And we're 1 week away from the college football video game, the first one in 10 years coming out. I can't wait to rebuild the University of Tulane. I'm very excited.
Whoop, whoop.
No, you should rebuild Northwestern. They need the help.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to deal with the locker room scandal storyline in that video game. I'd rather not have the bad PR.
Well, you fix it. You got to get in there.
That seems like a lot of work.
Honestly, how amazing would it be with this new video game, 10 years in the making of the programmers working, could come up with the hazing that Northwestern did in the video game.
Oh, in the
And
game.
you're not expecting it, so you just feel like hazed in real life. Oh my gosh, leave me alone.
In the game, in the dynasty mode where you're playing season after season with the same school, you can recruit guys that then you have to de-recruit because they'll find old tweets from the players in the game. So, like, a fake player will have fake tweets that are fake problematic, and all of a sudden you don't have a starting quarterback.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
That's too real because that's like we already have to deal with stuff like that. I'm not trying to play a game where I'm like, oh, I have to clean the whole house because my son destroyed it. Like nothing about that's fun. That's just real life, more work.
That is wild.
The depth of this game, I can't wait. I'm gonna look like Forrest Gump when he's all running across the country and everything. I'm gonna be unshaven and unkept, and it's gonna be a disaster.
I see what you're saying. I thought you meant you were gonna be running around.
He's not Forrest Gump as a kid in all those braces. You know, he's not going to be that guy.
I'm not Forrest Gump playing college football either. I'm Forrest Gump running across the country.
There's the problem with making a Forrest Gump reference is it's very confusing to know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so not that. It's his entire life. It's tricky.
So basically, I instantly took you as the Forrest Gump where the coach goes, he is a stupid son of a bitch, but man, he can run.
That's what we thought. You should have said, I'm going to look like Tom Hanks in Castaway.
I've never seen Castaway.
Oh.
Do you like Castaway, Kenzie? Because I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Everybody loves it.
I think some people just thought it dragged, the whole, I mean, they couldn't.
Who said that?
I've heard people say that.
No, I'm sure it has good ratings. What do you think the ratings are?
Rotten Tomatoes, I would say 75%.
Well, let me look. Case hasn't seen it, so I guess that question's not fun.
Not fun for him.
Okay, Castaway, 89.
Okay, so most people did like it, or at least the critic reviews and all that.
Yeah, I know it does really good. That's one that Case has to see because
it's on the list. That was a big movie.
That's huge.
And
Wilson. I'm sure you've heard people yell Wilson before.
Yeah, and I love Tom Hanks, so I'm super into it. Brian, before the fact, can you reenact the scene where the principal speaks to Forrest Gump?
Can we take a group vote? Because it creeps me out every time.
Okay, really quick. Really quick.
I don't like it. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I feel like I'm going to Northwestern. I don't like it.
Okay, we'll do it real quick, Kenzie. So hold your ears for a second. Your mama sure does care about your schooling.
I'm uncomfortable.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
All right, it's time for a fact that makes your brain go, where's the boom? There's the boom.
There it is.
So, the top 5 video games in Illinois. It's been compiled by a company, and they went through the top 25 video games in America. So 65% of America plays video games, which is 212.6 million weekly players. And I think pretty much everybody in our audience either can play daily, weekly, or once in a while. And maybe you're like me at this point that you had to retire because you had a literal addiction and it was ruining your life. That's what happened to me. I literally had to stop. Halo, this is about 7 years ago. Once the Xbox power supply broke on my Xbox, I didn't get another one. I said, I got to walk away. I've got to make a change. I've got to do it.
Looking at the man in the mirror.
That's pretty much what I did.
That's good.
It was tough because I would play for 8 hours a day. I think I told you this before.
Think about all the things you could do right now if you take that 8 hours a day and learn skills and stuff.
Well, he learned a skill.
That's what I'm doing
He
now.
can't even do it anymore, though. He said he got his ass kicked by his nephews.
Well, that's the weird thing. Yeah, I stopped playing for about a year, and my nephews then were like, Uncle Brian, we heard you were really good at Halo. You were a competitive gamer. So how about playing with us? And they just laughed so hard because I couldn't go more than a half a second without them killing me.
Yeah.
And there was some kind of exponential growth and leap in video gaming that when I just stepped out for a second to get a cup of coffee.
Yeah, there's a skill gap now.
There was a super huge skill gap.
Well, it's like when you learn something as a baby, you're just gonna be better as it comes naturally. These kids are starting so young.
Yeah.
You're never gonna beat them.
They're right out of the womb, right in the delivery room.
Like it's ingrained in them now.
Yeah. So I said, you know what? I should stay retired. Anyway, Kenzie, before I give the answer, you think you can name all the top 5 in Illinois without any prompting?
I'll nail some of them. I guarantee it.
Because you have a 10-year-old boy,
Yes.
so obviously you hear it in the house all the time.
Yes.
You ready to go?
Okay, I'm gonna
Start at 5, please.
Start at. Well, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna say Mario Kart's still on the list.
Well, I better just go like this.
No Mario Kart.
Mario Kart, no.
Mario Kart's still on the list. Is Among Us on the list?
Top 5 this is, by the way.
Oh, top 5.
I would have thought Among Us was in the top 5.
Amen. Fortnite's on the list. Minecraft's on the list. Amen. What's the one?
Give us one more.
You got three more.
No, there's one. I'm trying to remember the name of it because it's exactly like Minecraft, but it's not. And it's driving me nuts.
Okay.
Minecraft similar game.
Well, you can't be Googling over there.
No, I'm looking up the name of the game. Relax. Roblox.
Well, you
Is
looked it
Roblox on
up.
there?
Roblox. Oh.
Just because I
Not
couldn't
in
remember
the-
the name. What do you mean? I cheated. I'm just trying to remember the name of it.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing over there. I can't see your screen. I hear typing.
Okay. So I got two of them.
You got two of them. So I'll go through the list right now. And I know I know four of the five. So 5 is League of Legends.
Okay, so there's probably some older games on here that he's not into yet then.
But I don't know that game. But Case, you know that game?
Yeah, I mean, League of Legends is huge still.
Okay.
That's one of those games that people will go to stadiums to watch other people play League of Legends.
Okay. So League of Legends is the 5th most popular video game in Illinois. 4th is The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Legends of Zelda is still a thing?
Is still a big thing.
Did they ever figure okay.
What do you remember the plot?
I remember playing Zelda being like, well, I gotta know what happens, and I would have never found out because it's still happening.
Yeah. And so number 3 is one you probably was just on the tip of your tongue. You would have said it. It's Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto 5 is number 3 on the video
We
game
don't
list.
let Tristan play that one. We're not gonna be like, you're not allowed to beat up hookers in your free time or 10.
When you're 12, you can do that.
Yeah, obviously. When you become a man.
Brian, do you remember the first time you played a Grand Theft Auto?
I remember saying this out loud. Well, finally someone got it right.
Well, because you felt like it was your real life.
Well, it's very easy to fall into that, no question. I mean, it's very easy. It was so incredible.
Oh my God. And that Grand Theft Auto 5, that game's 11 years old, but they still keep releasing new things for it online.
Yeah.
And so it's the biggest video game of all time statistically.
Yeah. But in Illinois, the top 2, and the 2 you got, by the way, number 2 is Minecraft, and number 1 is Fortnite.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go. There's the top video games in Illinois.
Is Halo not a big deal anymore?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm a little old school because I retired 7 years ago from full-on gaming, and back then Halo was still a thing. And
what about Call of Duty?
Call of Duty,
Call of Duty's washed.
Is it?
Yeah,
It's not a big deal anymore?
They still make them, but they're not any good anymore.
But, like, is it popular? Isn't Nicki Minaj the new character in Call of Duty?
I don't know. I haven't heard that.
I swear, I think she's hold on.
It would be a weird thing for you to be wrong about. I guess I kind of trust that if you thought Nicki Minaj was in Call of Duty, then she is.
Yeah, yeah, she's in Call of Duty Warzone.
okay.
You can be Nicki Minaj.
I can be Nicki Minaj.
You can do it. And Billie Eilish is the new character in Fortnite.
Oh.
You can be Billie Eilish in Fortnite.
I've never played Fortnite. And when it came out, I remember when it got big, I should say, Case, the producer, it was about, 4 years ago?
Just about, yeah.
When it got big. And I remember saying to Case, should I come out of retirement of gaming and get into Fortnite? And he said, no, you should not, because we'll never get anything done on the show. The show will be over in like 3 weeks.
I'd be afraid if you fired up Fortnite right now that you'd have an aneurysm because it's so bright and it's so fast.
It's so bright?
There's a ton of colors.
Okay, what you don't understand about Fortnite is there's no rhyme or reason to anything.
Okay.
And Tristan wanted a Fortnite party, and it's impossible because there's like 14,000 characters. It's not like, oh, all the characters are gladiators, all the characters are army guys. It's like, no, there's like a bunny with a knife or Billie Eilish. Or I don't know how to. There's like a banana walking out of I don't know how to throw you this party. There's a teddy bear that plays a guitar.
Oh, cool.
But I didn't know how to throw that party.
Yeah. To theme it.
There's no theme.
Yeah.
It's just like a bunch of stuff that doesn't go together.
By the way, just for reference point, people in Indiana, it's the same exact list. So League of Legends, Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Grand Theft Auto 5, Minecraft, and Fortnite. Top 5 video games in Indiana. And then we also had, let's go to Wisconsin for a second here to see.
Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know that one.
Let's see here.
Oh, that's Zelda.
Yes, it's Zelda.
Zelda.
It's Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Yes,
Okay.
it's one game. And Wisconsin's exactly the same as well. Of those games. So League of Legends, Grand Theft Auto. Actually, Legend of Zelda takes 3rd place in Wisconsin, and Grand Theft Auto 5 is 4th place. Other than that, it's still... And Minecraft is number 1 in Wisconsin over Fortnite.
That doesn't surprise me. It's a neck and neck crew right there. Those are both big. Both of those games are big. Let me watch other people play them on YouTube when you're young, too.
Uh-huh.
Tristan watches people play Minecraft, which I'm like, how about you just play it?
Well, if you remember...
You have it.
If you remember about, again, in the last couple years, maybe they were talking about building a video game arena in every city. And Chicago was one of the first. They were going to build one, I remember, over by a Five Below somewhere on the south side. Anyway, they didn't do it, and now there really isn't those arenas everywhere in the country like they thought there were. There are some, and trust me, I get that online watching people play games is monstrous.
It's such a big deal, and I try to wrap my head around it because my 10-year-old probably started wanting to watch Minecraft when he was like 8. And I go, are you learning how to do stuff? Like, are you, I could get that. Cause
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't know. Because these games are there's not like one mission. You could do a million things in these kind of games.
I know.
So I'm like, are you just learning how to do stuff? He's like, no, I don't know how to do any of this still. I'm like, well, just play it. Isn't it more fun to play it?
I know. I'm curious, our listeners out there, like, what's your game? Like, you get home from work and you need to chill out for a while, maybe eat something. I'm going to chill tonight. What's your number one game? What's your first go-to video game when you get home, or like a Saturday might take that up, a Friday night? That's what I'm doing. I'm doing that. What's your game? Check in at 312-591-8300.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We just gave you the fact that made your brain go. And maybe it wasn't so shocking to you because the number one video game, or the top 5 video games in Illinois, are from 5 to 1, League of Legends, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Grand Theft Auto 5, Minecraft, and Fortnite. And Kenzie knew the top 2 easy because she has a 10-year-old son.
Oh, yeah. That's what he wants to do.
But also you can be a 50-year-old woman and be playing these games too.
You can.
Easily.
We got some texts. I did forget about World of Warcraft. PJ texted in.
Yeah.
I forgot about that game. I can't believe that's not on the list. That used to take over everyone's life.
I wish I could get to the top. Like, they went through 25 video games where these are the top 5. I'll try to go a little deeper in this research study that I found.
Yeah.
So we'll see what ones. Because I miss Halo that's not in there, but I get it that Halo's, all falling out of favor
Maybe,
lately.
I guess maybe they're older, but they have like the iconic names that you're like, oh yeah.
Oh.
Someone texted in that they still play Sims every day.
Oh, yeah.
I loved Sims.
Sims is still huge.
Sims is awesome.
Anybody texting Farmville from Facebook?
I still like that people go as Sims characters for Halloween. I think that's fun.
Yeah. I just posted a picture, by the way, on our Facebook page of, because this was the week, actually, that I got a copy of the video game Saints Row in 2006. Came out, and I'm a voice on the game.
In the first Saints Row?
In the first Saints Row, I'm the guy when you're driving around in the car. It was a Grand Theft Auto ripoff.
Yeah.
Because PlayStation had Grand Theft Auto and Xbox didn't have one, so they made Saints Row. The first game is not that great, but I'm in it. I'm the voice of the guy on the radio in the car.
Are you doing your voice or like a funny radio voice?
I'm Sludge.
Okay, really?
Back then
Did
I
you
was
say
Sludge.
Sludge?
I do.
I was wondering what name, Mr. Lightning or whatever you were.
Yeah.
You were Lightning Rod Lewis on Saints Row?
Yeah. So, no, I was not Lightning Rod Lewis. I was Sludge on Saints Row. If you have the first video game, put it in. You'll hear me on the radio.
What did you say? Did you do a whole break?
Every time you're driving the car, I'm on the radio, and I did like 1,000 breaks.
Were they all content, or were you like, hey, it's Sludge for...
I said, hey, it's Sludge.
Hey-o.
Hey-o. Here's the chili peppers.
Or were you like, what's up with these airports?
Well, weird thing, they have a script for you. It's like a movie. And that's how these video games, even back then in 2006, they were insane. So I had to follow the script of what they wanted me to say. Like, for example, you're going too fast. You're going to do whatever, like what you were doing. Or turn the windshield wipers on, you idiot. It's raining out. Then the rain would start coming down. It's very weird. But you have to follow a whole script. I have it at home. I can bring it in.
Could you imagine? Thank goodness there's a script. Because the obsession and concern you would have had of picking out what to say.
Right.
You, to this day, would be trying to voice the video game. I think I always have it. I think it was perfect.
My OCD would have ruined that voice
absolutely.
session.
It needed to be scripted.
I'm like, hey, you're going by the Billy Goat. Stop and get a burger. That's not in the script. Sorry. I'm also in, let's see here, Project Gotham Racing 2. I'm the same thing, the voice on the radio on Project Gotham Racing 2, because there's a Chicago course. So when you're driving in Chicago, I'm the guy on the radio in that
Are
video
you
game.
Sludge?
Yeah, if I remember right, yeah. I was still Sludge at that time, so yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't remember if I say Sludge or not. I have to go back and listen.
Interesting.
Oh, my Xbox is broken, so I can't do that.
Sorry, you have to raise a family instead.
Well, life changes, man.
Oh, man.
Adam's checking in from Wheeling. Adam, ahoy. What's up, bud?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, what's happening? Friday.
So just like you, Brian, addicted to Halo back in the day. I mean, we'd have LAN parties, 16 different people, 4 different rooms, 4 TVs, the whole thing.
You're speaking my language.
Oh, just loved it. But now I have kids. I'm older. And
They
Minecraft.
ruined it.
Yeah. No, not. But Minecraft is that's what we play in our household. My son, he's teaching me engineering in Minecraft with the redstone and, Dad, we're going to move this chest here and we're going to do waterfalls to make it transfer from chest. It is unbelievable the things that he can do in that game.
Yeah, it's nice bonding.
Awesome.
In the old days, you threw a baseball in the front yard. Now you do this.
Wait, now you're building cities. It's unbelievable what you can do with your kids these days.
Well, and I do literal Minecraft building in the real world. I'm a sheet metal worker. I build industrial equipment and stuff like that. So It's so amazing to go home and get to transfer on that knowledge with him.
Wow, it's a real man right there.
Oh, that sounds exhausting. You're not building?
All right. Thanks, Adam, for checking in, man. We appreciate you. Let's get to Ryan, too, checking in from Chicago. Ryan, what's up, buddy?
Hi. My go-to, and keep going back to it, is League of Legends, but I also wanted to talk a little bit about why people watch other people play video games.
Yeah.
And
I think we kind of get it. I mean, I know that the kids out there, that's just something that they thrive on. It's like sports. It's like watching football or watching baseball, I think is what it pretty much is.
Yeah, it's a matter of skill. Like, you're watching people who are way more skilled than you. Just like for football, you're watching people who are way more skilled than you. Like, the same argument can be made. Why do you watch somebody else play the game versus playing it yourself? Why do you watch somebody play football versus going out and playing football yourself?
In fairness, it's harder to get a bunch of people together to play football, though, than to turn on.
Yeah.
It's more challenging to get that kind of crew.
Let's go down the street.
And the field.
Yeah, Jeff's a really good defensive end. Let's bring him down here to play.
Call 11 of your friends. I'll call 11 of my friends. We'll grab pads and helmets and mouth guards, and we'll do 11-on-11 football.
We'll get some chalk so we can mark up our...
Get some chalk.
All right, we're talking video games. You can post that stuff on Facebook if you didn't get through on, what's your number one go-to video game. Here's Gil Curtis with your headlines.
This is not headline news. Matthew McConaughey was stung in the eye by a bee. He says it looks bad, but he insists he'll be all right. McDonald's is now serving vegan ice cream. That way customers won't be upset when the machine is broken. A study found that people who eat vegetables are happier than those who don't. In case you wondered why everyone inside Walmart has a nasty scowl on their face. Ellen DeGeneres says after her new Netflix special, she's quitting comedy. For many, she quit being funny a long time ago. And Jeff Bezos may buy the Seattle Seahawks. His first move as owner will be to replace the team's pads with bubble wrap. This is not headline news.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.